All right, here I am once again in LA, and I'm actually really excited. Yo, watch where you're going, bro. What are you? Wait a minute, is that Mike Majlak? Wait a minute.
Problem, buddy?
Are you Mike Majlak?
What's it matter to you?
Okay, my bad for almost hitting you. I'm doing a show right now. Is it cool if I interview for like 10 minutes?
Can you give me a ride somewhere?
Let's go. I got you. Hop in. God damn, bro, why are you so tall?
I keep growing every day, bro. A lot of milk, a lot of cheese, a lot of cheeseburgers.
A lot of milk and cheeseburgers?
Yeah.
Welcome, bro. Where are we going?
Can you bring me to, I wasn't going anywhere, dude. Honestly, I was just walking down the street. Bring me wherever you want, bro. Let's go for a ride,
Let's do this. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't already know, this is my show Drive By, where I'll interview some of the coolest people in the world. You don't need much of an intro, but who are we here with today?
My name is Mike Majlak. Is this thing on?
Yeah.
My name is Mike Majlak, aka Big Mike, from the Impaulsive show. I apologize to you guys. I'm a little bit nasally today since Coachella. I've got some dirt in my lungs.
You're not sick, though?
No, I'm not sick.
Okay,
I've been tested for every viral and infection, and I don't have anything, I promise you.
I truly am really grateful for you.
Bro, listen, man. I like watching upcoming creators. I've seen your stuff, and you like popped up on my feed, and I said, you know, I think you messaged me.
Are you
or something.
serious? Did I pop up on your feed before?
I think so. I think maybe like the neighborhood, the guy from the neighborhood. What's his name again?
Are you Jesse from the neighborhood?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, let's rock.
Hop in. What's up, man?
This thing's bedazzled.
Yeah, Jesse?
Yeah, I think that might have popped up, and you know, I try to keep an eye and tapped into, you know, the up and coming stuff. And something a lot of people don't know about me is I'm obsessed with music. Like, I'm a huge music listener. I have a really eclectic taste. I build playlists on Spotify. They're all public. And so anything that has to do with music, I'm always down to do too.
What's your favorite type of music?
Man, I like everything. Right now I'm into a lot of dance, dude.
Dance like house?
Yeah, I'm listening to a lot of Prospa, Kedema. There's just so much good dance music out right now. Max and Luke Dean. Oh, I think we're in trouble.
You ready to go?
Yeah, let's get out of here, dude.
Let's get out of here before we get into some serious trouble.
Let's see what this guy says.
No, we are in serious
All good?
Yeah, just
We got a little jammed up here, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
No, I'm just checking out.
Oh, get out of here.
You see the security I got at this place, bro?
Dude.
They take their shit very seriously.
It is, I mean, shit, looks like a very nice place.
It is, dude. I had a house here in LA for a couple years that I bought, and I was very excited. It was a really meaningful moment in my life. And I haven't really talked about this online very much, but it got broken into a lot of times, several times. And I'm giving you a bit of a scoop here. One of the times I was actually home for it, and it was a very violent encounter, and so I had to move into a place that had a ton of security, and it's been much better.
You're telling me you actually seen the person that broke into your house?
Oh yeah, I actually had to get my weapon out. Yeah, it was pretty ugly stuff. 2:30 in the morning, woke me up, door smashed in. It was pretty nasty stuff. So I have a lot of PTSD from that. Not crazy PTSD like I can't live, but the idea of being in an apartment is very nice to me.
Did you go James Bond on him? Did you beat the shit out of him?
No, there was 4 of them, and they had masks and their own guns, so it wasn't really a fair situation. But they did. Yeah.
How did you?
They did run out when I came out, which was good. So they weren't the type that were looking to commit a homicide, you know. They were just looking to get their hands on some shit, and it's, you know, they were probably young kids. It is what it is.
Even you saying something like they were probably just young kids.
Yeah.
That shows a little bit of your character, because usually whenever people get broken into by 4 masked men with guns, they don't justify it by saying empathetically, oh, well, they were probably just young kids. They said those dirtbags broke into my house and gave me.
I mean, I do feel a little bit of that too, but dude, like, I'm not like everybody else, dude. I don't have the same view, and I'm a bit weird as it pertains to this life. I had a really troubled life myself. I've done a lot of stuff that I'm not super proud of in the past, and I know that for some of us, life isn't super linear, and it's not just like go to college, get a degree, have a job, and make, like, a lot of us have hard lives, and we do stuff that we're not proud of, or we have a tough time finding work, or we spend some of our time homeless in life, or addicted to drugs, or dealing with mental illness. And so I'm just like, I don't know, it's been one of the hardest things for me about being in this like new age creator economy, where everybody's kind of like mean And there's just not enough people out there like trying to bring people up who are having a hard time, and that's what I've tried to do since I got into the industry.
Is that okay? But is that a decision that you made later on in life, or was that always kind of ingrained in you ever since you were a kid, where you said, I don't want to just exist, but I want to help? You know
I've always been a really nice person. I was raised to be super nice. I think like anytime I ever see someone struggling, like it actually like digs into my heart a little bit, and I felt it my whole life. But then, you know, as I spent time homeless myself and addicted to drugs and on state insurance and you know, going through the probation and jail system, like I started to really meet people who were struggling, who were making mistakes and doing things that they weren't proud of, and I think I just became more and more empathetic to people. And that's one of the reasons why I love LA. I know LA gets a lot of shit. There's a lot of people here who are struggling, a lot of homeless people, a lot of people who are down on their luck, have mental illness and nowhere else to turn. And I don't know, in the weirdest way, I just feel at home here. I feel more like grounded to the reality of this world, and not just someone who wants to silo themselves from it. Although I did move to an apartment, so I will say that was just a safety concern.
Nice apartment, by the way. So he's definitely not struggling financially.
It is a very nice apartment. It is.
Okay, I want to ask you about, because I grew up in Anaheim.
Yeah.
I moved to Florida about 10 years ago with my family.
Yep.
And then every single time I come back to California, it's almost like, it's kind of like a hug almost. It's like, okay, I'm back to like, the air feels crisp, like I'm back here.
Yeah.
But what about the people? Like the people of LA, have you had experiences with some people where you're like, you make me want to move from this city? The
issue with me, dude, is I kind of exist in a little bit of a bubble. And so like, I don't get to see like the fakeness that everybody talks about, because like I got here, I moved in with Logan, we've had millions of viewers every week and some existence of clout for 10 years now, and so I think we're in trouble again, dude,
freaking LA people, it's literally a red light.
I just don't get to see those people that everybody is like, oh, they're so fake, and like they didn't let me in this place, and like I didn't get treated this way. Like I don't have any of those gripes, because I like I said, I just live in a little bit of a bubble. Like anything I want, I just kind of, there's somebody there to give it to us, and you know, like I'm very blessed in the way I get to exist in LA. I don't really see a lot of the dark side of it. So I, you know, maybe what I'm trying to say is like the fake people are out there, but I'm on the benefit of the fake side. Does that make sense? As opposed to being on the opposite. Does that make sense?
100%. Okay. Yeah. I've been watching, no joke, I started this show about a month ago.
Yeah.
And I've been watching Impaulsive since I was in high school.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I take a lot of what you do as inspiration. Can I ask you a personal question, and obviously we could skirt around it if you don't want it out there.
There's nothing I'll ever tell you not to ask. I'm open to anything, dude.
5 years ago, whenever you and Logan and even some of the other people that you had co-hosting the show, do you think you were more connected to the show? Like, I would watch the banter between you and Logan 5 or 6 years ago on Impaulsive.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because it was so fresh, the show was starting out, that you guys were just like, the passion was just like you could feel it through the screen.
Yep.
Do you think that same passion still exists today whenever you guys film?
Truthfully, I'll be just completely transparent, and like I think, you know, he would be completely cool with me saying this. Like, LP has become kind of like another tier of celebrity and family man and businessman over the past several years. And in a way, like, truthfully, like, you know, it's not my favorite thing to say, but like we've definitely like grown a little bit apart probably over the past few years. We generally only see each other when it's kind of time to do the show, and I think that there's an aspect of that to it where we just don't have the same life experiences to share anymore. We don't have the same events. We're not seeing the same stuff. We're feeling the same way about things as each other as much as maybe we once did.
Yep.
It still feels great when we sit down and we do the shows, and I take the show very seriously. I'm still very passionate about it, but I would agree with you. I mean, I feel like we definitely, we definitely have just. It's hard to really. I don't know. It's really hard to explain it and like put it into words. But like, you do anything for 8 years, right? Like we started the show in November of 2018. Okay, it's 2026 now. You're coming up on 8 years. We try to reinvent. We try to stay, connected to each other, even though he lives, 5,000 miles away from me.
True.
But really, like, you'd be surprised how much of a testament it is to longevity, the fact that we're still even doing the show. I mean, how many shows do you really know that have been going since 2018 with multiple people, where there's a business, there's millions and millions and millions of dollars involved, there's friendships involved, there's drama involved, there's a constant wave of negative commentary. I mean, Logan's been swimming upstream his entire career against negativity, against hatred, against commentary, and a lot of that's rubbed off on me, dude. Like, honestly, like some of the majority of bullshit I deal with in my career is just because of my relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do anything. I'm so unproblematic. I preach positivity. I want people to have second chances and work through addictions and mental illness. I hang out with people and smile and do stuff with new creators. The majority of problems I have is a result of that relationship. So there's a lot of BS that comes along with being on the internet in the way that we have been for the past 8+ years.
That's right.
And so, like, honestly, it's a testament to his and I's, like, the strength of the initial friendship and our minds and how we work together, that we're even still doing a show. And so, like, yes, there's definitely opportunities for us to connect with the audience more, to engage more, to do longer shows, to do more boys only episodes. Logan, if you're watching this, bro, I beg him every fucking month, bro. The audience loves the boys only episodes where we just talk about what's going on in our lives. He talks about his life as a father and how that is for him, and how watching his daughter grow up. I talk about 1010 Burger or different companies that I'm investing in, or the favorite stuff, like weird shit that happens at night and like all that fun stuff, So I agree with you, dude. All right, Logan, can we please do more boys only episodes, please?
Okay, that's from the creator. This is from a viewer too.
Yeah.
Please bring back the boys onlys. And even the boys onlys, they don't always have to be like this entertaining, like, oh, this is what I did at Coachella.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes is the one, I can't remember which episode it was, but it was a Mike Majlak episode where you're talking about everything that had happened in your entire life.
It was when The Fifth Vital was coming out.
And that's whenever your book, The Fifth Vital, is. By the way, if you guys haven't read The Fifth Vital, you absolutely should.
Thank you.
But that was one of my favorite episodes, because whenever I watch an episode, whenever you have guests, my first innate reaction is connect with the guest. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm learning with what I'm doing, is like, I am not the center of the attention.
Right.
So whenever I watch the Boys Only podcast, it feels like I'm one of the boys. I'm like,
you're just hanging out with us.
Exactly.
I agree. I completely agree. And listen, like, that episode for me was like it was called From Heroin to Hollywood. That was a really important episode for me. It breeded my most viewed clip of all time, which was basically me telling people, if you woke up today and you're still here battling mental illness, battling addiction, and it hasn't taken you yet, you have something, because a lot of people don't make it. And that clip has billions of views on it. I mean, there's people that watch it all the time just to remind themselves as they're in their darkest days to keep going. And so that was a really important episode to me. But I agree with you, man. It's a time for us to talk about current events, share stories about our own lives, and he's a busy guy. He's wrestling. He's got a daughter. He's got a bunch of businesses going. And let's just say, there's some stuff in the works for, if you are a fan of Mike Majlak and you want to see more of my takes and more boys only style content, there's some stuff coming up that over the next couple of months, finally, where you should be able to hear more of that stuff. So we're almost there, dude. Some new entities being created.
Yeah. Okay. I want to ask you about a little bit more of a fun topic.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I like.
A little more timely.
Hell
but
yeah.
Coachella.
Oh yeah. Coachella for sure.
This is your 1700
Dude, I've
Coachella?
been to so many Coachellas, man. And obviously, like, listen, like...
Were you at the first Coachella
ever in 1967. Yeah, exactly, bro. And obviously, like, that's, like, the hottest, like, comment right now, like, on the internet is, like, this whole, like... by this age, especially with me, like, it's become the top comment, especially with everything that happened with Ray. Like, you're 40, settle down, start a family, grow up.
Yeah, Ray, our guy. Yeah, live on my pod. Whoa, what the fuck was that? No, Mike. Why did you do that?
Mike.
Why did you do
Mike.
that?
Because he 40 unked me the whole show and everybody clipped it. It's got hundreds of millions of views. It made me feel even older than I am, right?
Mike, you are 40 years old doing this. Like, come on, bro. You got the point, bro. Start a fucking family, yo. Like that, game.
Yeah. As I said earlier, like I just don't subscribe to like the same normal tendencies as the average human. I've been through too much stuff. I have too much life experience. I just look at things vastly in a vastly different way than everybody else does. And so when Coachella comes around, if there's artists I want to see and I want to go there and I want to have a good time and I want to shoot content, I'm going to go.
100%.
I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm not going to ask permission from other people on if I can go to it or not. If I want to go see Prospa in the Yuma 10, I want to go see Summit do a Do-Lab. I want to see Bieber, whoever. It doesn't matter. Like, I think as the internet grows up, you'll realize life comes at you really fast. You go from 20 to 30 to 40 very quickly. I didn't intend on all this happening so quickly. And a lot of times when you get older, especially in the world that we live in now where people aren't connecting in the same way they used to, the new social norms is your best friend is your phone. People aren't dating the same way they are. They're not looking at relationships the same way. The birth rate is down. The divorce rate is up. The marriage rate is down. You'll start seeing people adventuring more. You'll start seeing people connecting to old hobbies more and staying in touch with the things that they love to do all the way into their late ages. And so it's been tough being like a trailblazer for that and being like somebody in their 40s who has just not wanted to do that. I've just not been called to settle down and go behind a white picket fence and get a rocking chair and just sit and bleed into the darkness.
Yep.
I want to fucking squeeze every ounce of life out of this, dude. I want to adventure. I want to see the world. I want to travel. I want to get to know everybody and help as many people as I can. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I went a little bit off the deep end there on Coachella, but that's why I was there, and that's what I like about Coachella. It's an adventure.
What was the craziest experience that you've ever had at Coachella or at any other festival or any other LA?
I'm so bad with superlatives, dude.
Superlatives.
And it just means like if you ask me to like select like one thing, it's just like really tough, dude. Man, I've seen everything. Like I swear to you, like I've seen every single thing you could ever imagine, dude. Like just wild, the wildest things you could ever imagine. Like I can't. It's hard for me to like think of anything like specifically off the top of my head. Like if you ask me like a specific thing, like
one experience or one memory that you had that you looked at it and you were for weeks thinking to yourself, I can't believe my two eyes just witnessed that happening.
That's just all the time, dude. That's just, I swear to you, it's all the time, dude. Like if like when I get the chance to write the second book, like you'll fully understand, like just we have been living this strange situation for the past 10 years and flying all over the world and like, I'll go to these like, Royals only beach clubs in Saudi Arabia on the Red Sea where like, no one gets in except for Royals, and we have all this like crazy access to stuff, and like every restaurant, every club, every place that opens, like we're kind of just like we're just in. And so like I see a ton of stuff, dude. Like I've had nights out with every celebrity you can imagine, just like one-on-one nights out in Australia with Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart and Tom Brady and all of these people who, I watched my whole life and was such a fan of my whole life, and Jay-Z and people that I grew up listening to and all these artists and
Did you get invited to the Illuminati yet or no?
No, I've not. That's more of a Logan type of thing, I think.
Oh, Logan's the Illuminati?
Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
You think if he was in the Illuminati he would tell you?
I would hope so.
He would pull you aside and be like, "Hey, bro." Like,
I would just wish he would like tell me
how to get in.
No, or like to avoid certain areas on certain dates, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would just hope that he would have some like insights for me. You know what I'm saying? But
don't come to school tomorrow.
Yeah, like that type of shit, dude. But no, I'm not getting invited into any of that stuff, dude. For me, it's like nightlife. Yeah. I'm a big nightlife guy, dude. Okay, I know all the guys, I know all the behind the scenes, and for me, it's a way to network and build business. And that's where everybody's in the rooms.
Which that is, I would argue that is probably one of your secret sauces, is And maybe you could give me some advice on this.
Yeah.
Your ability to connect with so many different people that are just mega superstars.
Yeah.
They're huge. Like Justin, you've met Justin Bieber probably multiple times.
Anybody you can imagine. Anybody you can imagine. There's nobody that I haven't not only like interviewed, but like spent nights out, partied with, hung out with. I think, dude, honestly, I think one of the easiest ways to go about building connections with people is just bringing a positive and high energy attitude to a relationship, to a scenario. When I walked out today and I saw you, the first thing I saw was a massive smile on your face. Massive. You were standing there, your teeth were beaming, dude. There is no greater disarming tool, okay, in a new relationship than smiling, making jokes, and making people feel good.
That is true.
It is number one. You don't have to go up and sell them a course or sell them on some dream or whatever. If you can go up to a girl and make her laugh, you're at the 1 yard line for whatever. If you can go up to a business person and make them laugh or make them smile or feel like you're bringing a positive attitude to the situation, you're at the 1 yard line.
Okay, 2 questions. What is your go-to?
I'm gonna get comfortable for a second.
This is probably one of the most important questions that you'll ever get asked, because I'm running a serious show here. I'm not gonna come on here and talk about some random BS that like nobody really cares about in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
So with that being said, who's the most famous girl that you've hooked up with?
Oh my God, dude. That's a wild question, bro. I mean, dude, honestly, it probably would just be one of the ones you already know about. I mean, it would be hard to still, after all these years, say that Lana, wasn't. I mean, when I was dating her, she was the most Googled person, like Googled female or something like that. I mean, she was massive. That whole thing was crazy. It was like obviously like a crazy whirlwind, and like, I'm a very like fun-loving, adventurous guy, and so obviously like I've had a lot of fun, and there's been a number of fun and known people, right? But like I would hesitate to say that it wouldn't be Lana, dude.
Are you guys still on good terms now?
Yeah. I talk to her quite often. She's maneuvering life the same way, or I guess in a little bit of a different way than most other people, but she's out there just living, and she's got the kid, and we're still in touch. We'll do content every once in a while and just talk as friends. She's like one of my few exes that I still have a friendship with.
This is more, I guess, of a serious question pertaining to relationships, but you would hope that you find the right person.
Yeah.
Like you would hope that
if that's what you want, if you want to find the right person, if it speaks to you to find the right person, if it speaks to you to settle down, to have a family, to live that type of life, there's this assumption that everybody wants that. Everybody wants to just go and have one person and have sex with the same person for the rest of their life and be in love with the same person for the rest of their life. I love that for people who want that. You know what I'm saying? But you can't in this life assume that everybody wants the same thing as you. The best thing you could ever do in your life is really understand how different other people's walks of life are. We live such dynamic and different lives. We've been raised so differently. People have been raised in trauma and divorce and have all these troubles in life that dictate the way that they feel about certain things. So to just assume that there's this one-size-fits-all mentality for life and that everybody wants the same thing as you is quite literally the biggest cancer that we have in this life. Because that means everyone has to believe in the same God as you. Otherwise, you should have a problem with them. Everyone has to look at relationships and love, sexuality, money, business, age, and the life journey the same way as you. If you go through your life with that, you will constantly be disappointed. You will constantly be disappointed because everyone looks at life differently.
That's true. That's actually very true. So then what do you want?
Some people like me don't even know what they want.
And that changes.
Bro, there's a lot. I mean, dude, I'll tell you one thing I want. I want to make a positive impact on this world. Okay, and I already have, and that helps me and gives me a lot of comfort. The Fifth Vital's helped a lot of people. My words have helped a lot of people. My positive outlook helps a lot of people, continues to. but the work's not done. There's a lot more I want to do there. I want to really get in the dirt. I want to do interventions. I want to do public one-on-one stuff. I want to help people in a way that actually matters. And so for me, maybe the same way people look at raising a family and settling down is how I look at being able to impact people who are struggling. That's my deepest connection in this world. It's not to another woman. It's not to anyone else. It's not to even to my homies or my friends or my family. It's what happens when I'm in the room with someone who is about to give up, who is about to not want to wake up tomorrow, who's about to say, I'm too tired to do this anymore. I just don't want to be here anymore. Like that, there's no feeling I feel like hearing someone or seeing someone who's in that mentality. Like it actually chokes me up and brings tears to my eyes to see someone like that. And so anytime I can have a connection with a person like that who needs my hand and needs my help, that's a day that I feel like I lived my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I start to actually feel like I'm doing what I was supposed to do here.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the last, because the first basic human needs is food, water, shelter, safety, those sorts of things. Do you think like the last piece of the puzzle of like satisfaction in life comes from being able to not only help you and your close friends and your close family, but being able to help people outside of your, I guess, bubble?
I mean, it depends on who you are, right? It depends. Like I said, everybody's different,
right?
You know. So like for me, you know, that's my second mountain. That's what they call it. You know, the second mountain. Like you've already achieved some sort of career success. You've already achieved some sort of financial success, whatever. Now it's time to go and help people, you know, or raise a family, depending on what you want. So for me, you know, like I look around as we drive by these people, bro. I see people that are hurting. I see people that need food. I see people that need shelter. I see people that need, more than anything, some hope. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to tell them, yo, I was where you were before. And I didn't think I was ever going to be anything. And now I just wake up every day and I try to live my life to show people that like there's more to life than just existing. Even if you're in the worst place ever, even if you're homeless or you've been addicted to drugs for 15 years, there's more. Because I did all that. That was my life. So sometimes people just need proof. They just need proof that there's another outcome to beating the demons than just existing, than just having some job you don't like and having to pay taxes and live in a crappy place or all these things that you don't like about the world. You can go all the way up. In fact, I tell people all the time, like if you're one of the people that's still battling all the time, like I said in that clip, you're a strong person. 100%. You're a person that knows how to persevere, so you'd actually do good in the business world, you know?
Which is probably one of the main things that's helped you. All of these struggles that you've had whenever you're dealing with, because everyone has problems no matter where they're at in life, but do you think your problems now are a lot less severe?
Dude,
than...
That's why it's so hard to rattle me.
Which episode, if you can remember, was one where you were genuinely like frustrated, or you were like, just like...
Well, I mean, the episode on Jeff FM when I flipped the table, I don't know if you ever saw that, but that was one time where I was actually mad because...
You flipped the table not for the clip, but you were actually pissed.
Correct, yeah. Because my dog had just passed and he had brought a fake dog on, was petting it, and he was like, I still have my dog. Like this was like a whole thing, dude. So that one I was like actually mad about. I wanted to do some music stuff, bro. But what's the deal with the music stuff? So people are like, you're listening to songs for the first time, right? Yeah. Do you want to listen to a song of mine for the first time?
What do you mean of yours? Like you make music?
No. Like I'll choose a song.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. How do I pick it?
Okay, you pick any whatever your favorite song is.
Okay.
And then whenever we're parked, you're gonna hop in the back seat, pop out, and then we'll react to the song.
Okay. Oh, we'll just do that back in my house.
Yeah. It would be kind of cool if we also did, if we reacted to It's Every Day, Bro by Logan Paul, if you want to.
I'd rather not.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I'd rather not, dude. Because it won't be the reaction that you expect. I've heard that song way too many times.
No worries. Okay.
I think even the first time I heard that song was way too many times. Does that make sense?
One to too many times.
If I could go back in time and delete the first time that I ever heard, if I could go back in time and actually delete that song in general, so like it didn't exist at all, I would do it.
I'll cut this part out.
No, you could leave it in. Dude, why the fuck would I ever want to listen to that bullshit? Dude?
Oh shoot! Speaking of music, you've met Drake, right?
Yeah.
First of all,
briefly.
What is he like?
He's taller than you think, and he's stronger than you think, dude. He's actually a pretty brolic dude. I met him at a Halloween party years ago. I mean, I've been around him a million times. So I met him at a Halloween party years ago with it was like Kylie Jenner's Halloween party, probably in like 2000 and maybe 20.
Okay.
And he actually, believe it or not, came up and said, "What's up to Banks?" Drake is incredibly tapped in. Drake stays incredibly tapped into like what's going on social media and obviously in like the streaming world and everything. Like he knows and sees everything that's going on. So what?
If you see this, Drake.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm a big Drake stan.
Me too.
I swear to you, bro. I'm a big Drake guy, bro. And I rode through the whole Kendrick shit. I live in LA. I respect Kendrick as an artist, but it's just been that whole thing with Drake and Kendrick was just a prime lesson of how the world will switch up on you to try to create a moment for themselves, to try to get some likes on Instagram or on Twitter. Like, yo, you're talking about an artist that has, they're gonna call this glaze, but like, you're talking about an artist that has blessed us for over a decade. Incredible music that defined. I know, no, but for real though, defined all of our summers, defined so many moments of our life, bro. I remember when I first got clean, I was fucking to Take Care, bro. Like that whole when the album came out, bro. I remember I was living in my grandfather's house, bro. I was taking care of him when I was living in his home, and like I remember I was hanging out with girls and just listening to Take Care and like just so many like timeless tracks, bro. And then every album that came after, the mixtape era and if you're reading this and all the stuff that came after it, to then just have this moment where everybody switched up and like forgot about all that and went with these rumors that were so detrimental and untrue about somebody that like were never fact checked. Everybody just jumped onto it. It was really a disgusting moment, bro, in music. I don't care. I'm very open. I'll ride for people that I respect. And yo, love Good Kid, Mad City. Kendrick's put out some great music, but like, oh my God, dude. Like this whole like comparison thing is just so, it's so idiot. Like what are we actually comparing?
Nobody could compare to Drake. I'm gonna do splits on it for a minute. There is 0 people that could compare to Drake.
That's not a take. That's not like a hot take. Like nowadays it's a hot take.
It's a hot take.
No, do you know what I'm saying? Like you're just saying something that is so objectively true.
That's right.
That like whatever. Let people say whatever they want, dude. It's honestly just so, it was just so blatantly disrespectful. And like honestly, if I'm Drake, after what happened, in a weird way, like in some way with hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, I'm just like, fuck you, you're not even getting any new music, bro. Like I hope Iceman comes out and like goes absolutely crazy, bro.
Okay, beautiful. That I think should be a wrap. Is there anything else that you want to say, motivational, happy, anything that comes to your mind?
I mean, I'll go around this car if you can. Dude, doing interviews and driving's tough, even the Tesla, huh?
I just did a show in New York City.
Oh my God. Best city in the planet, by the way.
Really? Oh
I mean, I'm from out there, so.
Aren't you from?
That's where the family is.
Connecticut,
Yeah, right down the street. I had this whole argument with 6ix9ine before.
6ix9ine's hilarious.
I know. He said, "You ain't from New York. You ride the Metro North."
Metro North type shit.
No, that's Connecticut shit.
Get his
You took out the summer.
That nigga said the Metro North.
You ain't from New York.
You ain't even from. He's right. He was right.
Is he real? Is that like that's a character?
No, I don't know. I don't give a shit about 6ix9ine, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a shit about 6ix9ine, bro. I don't care about anything he does, bro, or is doing. I'm sorry. I just don't. Like there was like that was a moment, and then like he went from a rapper to like, and now he's like a content. I don't know what the hell he's doing, bro. I don't give a shit. I honestly could care less.
Wow. Well, thank you again.
Oh wait, really? That was not my moment of inspiration.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that's what you were
No. I don't really have one. I'm sure I already said it. Listen, yeah, you already know the story. If you're watching this and you're struggling, just keep going, because One thing I will say is life has a way of changing very quickly. With less steps to betterment than you think. Something cool will happen one day, and a page will turn, and you'll make a relationship, and you'll meet somebody, and the steps to success and greatness in this life are not as complicated as they may seem to right now in the place that you're in. So just keep going, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Before you know it, you're going to end up in a completely different place. Zoom out and appreciate the beauty that is this life.
My guy, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for the ride, man.
It.
I'm out here. No.
Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining today's episode of Drive By. Until next time, peace. That's a wrap.